Nice and easy anyway. I just looking back a little bit to see what what it was, and then I just trying to be a little bit easy in the last part. He was going nice.
He was drifting a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of get off the rail a little bit, just to just get him comfortable there. He seemed like he okay with that, so just trying to figure out what he wanted to
do. You've been on him now for the better part of a year now. What kind of changes and improvements have you felt in him during that time?
I mean, he's always he's very trying really hard this horse all the time, and he just go fast and keep going, so he's very unbelievable horse.
What were you looking for from this race, knowing that you got the Breeders' Cup coming? What were you looking for particularly?
I mean, it's the longer race and the quarter, but he's fast, so let's see what happens. Yeah, he's a very talented horse.
Do you still get the sense with him at the end of a mile and 8 that there's something left in that tank there for when you do have to go 10
I mean, he seemed like he's go easy, and then he just kept going.
Because there's only a couple ticks off the track record, but it looked like he wasn't doing anything.
He's just fast and just quick, and then he's amazing the way he do it.
That's what you wanted out of him going before the Breeders' Cup?
Yeah, I think that worked out extremely well. That's exactly what we were looking for. Thought he broke well. I think there was a little bit of concern he'd never ran, or he'd never won here at Churchill. I think he'd had a couple runs on the dirt, one on the turf, but he put it all together today. He's a very good horse, and we got exactly what we were looking for as a prep for the British Cup.
Not very far off the track record, but he's just doing it.
Yeah, I don't know how close he was. I know they said maybe 2/5 or something, but he's always seems to be a little in hand, and Joel fits him extremely well and knows exactly what to do on him. So, it was a big effort. Looked like he has plenty left, and we'll see how he comes out of it.
He's been real good lately, but you think maybe he's still peaking? He's still got room to improve?
He could be. I mean, there's the unknown with the 1.25 miles. I like the idea of the 1.25 miles at Del Mar. I think speed's deadly at 1.8 miles and beyond on the dirt, turf, anything. Speed's great, and I expect him to, as long as he doesn't stump his toe at Del Mar, he'll be tough.
Is he one of those horses that makes you look smarter, Brad?
Oh, sure, yeah. All good horses make you look smarter. There's no doubt about that. I mean, that's what this is about. It's getting good horses and letting them kind of do their thing. Don't take away anything that comes easy to him. I mean, he likes training. He likes to work, and we let him do it, and we let him run. And that's just, we didn't know what we had when we took over with this horse. I mean, he's really, turned the corner, and we just kind of let him do his thing, and it got all kicked off in just a 2 other than. Then he was on the sideline, and then he's rode off a really nice string of races with around 2 turns on the dirt in America.
Is that how you found the light bulb? I mean, because like since he's been with your barn, he's been lights out.
Yeah, that's the only thing we've changed. Is just, or I shouldn't say we changed, but that's the only thing. We obviously haven't had much success with him around 1 turn, so we're not unbeatable with him. He is definitely beatable. We saw that in the Saudi Cup in the Met Mile. But when he gets around 2 turns, he's able to just clear off and really just put him away on the far turn and kick home.
What about Shared Sense? Finished 3rd.
Yeah, he ran big. I was very proud of his effort. Brian did a fantastic job of saving some ground and tackling some tired horses late and getting up for a place, and it was huge.
How does this being such a long stretch compared with what Del Mar has, how does that translate for Knicks Go?
Personally, yeah, I mean, I never know how a race is going to set up, right? When you got a shorter field, speed's normally better. When you get a bigger field, there can be some more things that come into play. But overall, I would have to say Del Mar would suit him every bit as well as Churchill. I think he likes tracks. I had a little bit of a concern with the Whitney, demanding track, a little bit longer stretch. Right. He passed that with flying colors. It gave us the confidence to march forward to this race. I thought really since the spring that Del Mar could be a racetrack where you can get the mile and a quarter.
It wasn't that long ago where you were winning your first Breeders' Cup race. You're now poised to go into the Classic with arguably the top 2 contenders. Put into just perspective what that means, and like I said, just really what the last year or so has meant for you and your whole barn.
Well, no, it's great. I mean, we had a great Breeders' Cup last year, and we're hopefully can build off of that. It's going to be hard to, but we've never really been a factor in the Classic. We've had one runner in it before, and it's a race that I think outside the Triple Crown races is probably the most prestigious race, or it's obviously the most lucrative, but race in America. So it's definitely something that it's a goal of ours, and it was. It's great to be in that position for sure, and not only to be in a position with two horses that really shouldn't get in each other's way. I mean, we have the best of both worlds, and a horse that has speed and Essential can place himself in a good spot wherever he's comfortable, and come running.
What was the thought in giving Knicks Go one more race, but training Essential Quality up to the Classic?
Well, the time, I can't remember exactly what it was, but we would have had a good bit more time between the Whitney and the Classic with no race, as opposed to the Travers to the Breeders' Cup. Another thing too is I felt like probably needed a prep with Knicks Go, because once again he's a little bit of the unknown at a mile and a quarter.
Right.
This was nice to get a mile and eighth race in there. We know he's proven it. He can get the mile and a quarter with having won the Travers, the Belmont, a big effort here in the Kentucky Derby. Essential Quality can get the mile and a quarter. That's not a question.
Right, yeah.
So that had a lot to do with having him just fresh and train up to the Breeders' Cup.
You grew up wanting to be the next Wayne Lucas. So just your thoughts on winning the Lucas Classic. That's now 400,000.
Yeah, and hopefully on its way to an upgrading, or a grade 2 and hopefully a grade 1 at some point. It's big. I mean, it's an honor to win a race named after what I'd say this is the greatest trainer to ever live. It's really big, and I'm glad that they, when they named this race after him. I know it's always been in September, and I think it started with the September. I mean, I thought it was, it was a great thing that Churchill did to honor him once again, I think the greatest trainer.
And he said he was glad and appreciated that they did it when he was alive.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but that's what I was kind of thinking. Yeah, I always said they always want to make memorials and stuff after people die. It's nice to actually see somebody get recognized, and they can actually be a part of it and see it. It's pretty cool.
Half of the Lucas family were pretty proud. They usually let you pass away before they do something like this, and then sometimes never. But I'm proud of the fact that Churchill of all tracks would name one in our family honor, and I think a very good horse won it today, and I think that will probably drive it up to maybe a grade 2 or a grade 1 in the year. With that time and everything, I think the committee will have to look at this race very seriously. I'd like to see it be a grade 1.
I mean, it's really come a long way in just a few years, this race. I mean, it's 400,000 now, and
it's come a long way.
Get a Breeders' Cup winner in there.
Yep. I think if he were to go on to win the Breeders' Cup, it'd almost have to go to grade 1. Anyhow, whatever, it's good. Grade 2, grade 3, or backyard.
What do you make of Knicks Go? I mean, he's like your kind of horse.
Yeah, I love the fact he gets in his races and goes on like that. That's my kind of horse, I like those kind of get in, really get after it early on.